Welcome back to Dad Let Me Explain. And today we are talking about the NBA playoffs.
How excited are you, man?
Very excited because the Hornets at least made the play in. They haven't made that in last time I searched, it said 10 years.
Oh boy.
2015 to 2016
So I'm
season.
assuming you are a Miami Heat fan.
No,
So the
the
Hornets,
It's
so,
the Hornets.
so the Hornets play the Heat tonight in the play-in on the ninth
Tonight?
tonight, buddy. So the 9-10 play-in spot will be the Heat as a 10 seed and the Hornets as a 9 seed. And then the winner of that one will play against the loser of the 7-8 seed for the last playoff spot to face the Detroit Pistons.
The Detroit is the
Number
number
one.
one?
Number one in the East, man. Number one in the East.
Okay.
So what's your favorite thing about playoff basketball?
It's super intense and exciting.
You know,
Especially the game sevens.
the
When
game
it goes to a game seven.
that's probably one of the most exciting things in sports when they say game 7 of an NBA basketball game.
Especially the finals.
Oh man. So you're a Hornets fan, I'm a Heat fan. Tonight they play, house divided. I don't think you can stay up and watch the game though. You gotta go to school tomorrow.
Well, I'm gonna stay up and watch the game.
I don't know. You gotta ask you gotta ask mom. It's not dad this one. It's mom. Remember,
Mm.
in one of our past episodes, you play whoever's gonna say yes. So
Mhm.
do you understand how the playing tournament works?
A little bit. I know that whoever wins the ninth and the 10th seed
Mhm.
will play the loser of the seventh and the eighth seed.
Do you know why they did the play-in?
No.
For tanking reasons.
Oh, because of the teams that lose on purpose to get good draft picks.
Yep. So what they did was they did this format so that they could expand it and try to give the ninth, 10th teams, because originally it's the top 8 teams, now it's the top 6 that make the playoffs. 7, 8, 9, 10 play for a play-in, but they gave the opportunity for the two teams at the end to try to play a one game scenario to make it to the next round. So again, if the 7 8 will move on to the next round, the winner of that one, the loser will play the ninth, 10th. So it's gonna be exciting. What's the matchup that you're most forward looking to under in this round? You got hopefully Luca comes back. You got Shea and the Thunder trying to repeat. You have Wemby trying to take over control. You still got Denver out there that's really strong. The funny thing is, Aaron, what do you think about the Eastern Conference? It's wide open. You think the Celtics are gonna take it again?
No, I think the Hornets are gonna make it to the finals.
Hornets are not even gonna get out of the play-in, man.
Yes, they are.
They lose
They're
it
gonna
tonight.
beat
We're
the
gonna
Heat.
we're gonna do a reaction video to when the Hornets lose to the Heat tonight because that's what's gonna happen.
No, it's not. We're gonna make a reaction when you get mad because the Heat lose.
I'm not worried about it. The Heat will do us a favor. Listen, so do you think the play-in is fair or not?
Yeah, I think it's fair. Cause what happens to the winner of the seventh, eighth? Do they just automatically move on? Cause you said the loser has to play the team of the winner of 9-10
So the winner of the 7-8 plays the 2 seed. They'll be the 7 seed.
2 seed.
Yeah.
I think it's fair if it's good matchups. Like, let's say the Hornets win the Western Conference, and if they play OKC, they have no chance of winning. No chance at all.
The thing about the Hornets is that they're a young team. For you young kids, you like that. It's a kind of a crazy style of basketball. They shoot a ton of 3-pointers and they live and die by the three. So if the Heat can kind of stop them tonight from shooting 3-pointers or kind of minimize the 3-point damage, they'll have an opportunity to win the game tonight. But if they go out there and they don't try to stop all these 3-point shots, they're done.
Mhm.
They're the number one.
Especially with Conca Nipple. He pretty sure he beat the rookie record for most threes in a season in a couple games or something like that.
I think he led the league in 3-pointers this year.
For real?
Yeah, he was number one, and you had Lamelo, your favorite player,
Player.
was number two. You know what's crazy? I think they had like 200 and something, 200 and I think it was like 273, 274 3-pointers made this season. Again, Lamelo lost by one. But do you know that Steph Curry almost hit 500 3-pointers one season?
500?
Yeah, it's
Was
like
that
400.
15, 16?
I don't know. It was like 3 pointers that Curry shot that he made.
Damn,
That,
that's crazy.
that is crazy. That is crazy. You think that anybody can beat the number one seeds in the East or the West?
Who's the number one seed in the East?
The Pistons.
Pistons.
Hmm.
If they try their hardest, they could have a chance, whoever goes against them. And if you're going against OKC, you have to try even harder to beat OKC than to beat the Pistons. Because the OKC Thunder, they're trying to go for back-to-back championships.
You know, the crazy part is that I think Wemby and the Spurs are the only team that have a winning record against them in the season.
Yeah, they have lost to OKC once. They beat them 4 or 5 times, if I'm not mistaken.
This season?
Yeah, they have only lost once to OKC.
What do you think is going to win the MVP this year?
MVP, Wemby.
Why is that?
Cause in a post conference interview,
Hmm.
he has said why. Cause he said 3 reasons. Cause they have beat OKC 4 or 5 times. Cause defense is important, and something else he said. But he said what I remember is because of beating OKC 4 or 5 times, and the playing his defense. He's a really good defender. He's gonna win MVP this year and DPOY.
You think so?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, the guy's a beast. The guy's going to be
He's an alien from another planet.
yeah, he is. He's something else. In the playoffs, obviously, you know, it's a 7 game series. You got to win 4 out of 7. Would you take the best team or the more experienced team?
The best or more experienced?
Mhm.
It depends what team they're playing. If they're playing like an okay team that was lucky to make it to the playoffs, I'll choose the best. But if they're going against a good matchup, I'll choose the more experienced team.
Why do you think experience weighs out more than a good team?
Because they have been to the playoffs more times than like almost everybody in the league. Like KD, Steph, and LeBron should be part of the experienced team because they have been in the league. LeBron has been 23 years. Curry has been probably 20 something, and so has KD, and they've made it to the playoffs so many times already.
They're not called experience, man. They're called old farts. They're called
But
they're
they're
called they're
experienced.
called the retirement team. they're they're called the retirement team. Those guys are gonna be gone soon. But LeBron, man, LeBron is still playing out of his mind.
Yeah, he's still scoring like 20 points a game
LeBron is playing out of his mind. I don't understand.
at 41.
I don't understand how that guy can continue to play in the level that he's playing. He is something else.
You're just 2 years older than him.
What do you got? What do you mean by that?
You're 43. You turned 43 last week?
2 weeks ago.
Oh, two
Two
weeks
weeks ago.
ago.
Who would you trust with the last shot in the game?
Last shot, Stephen Curry.
Who's the best player you think in these playoffs?
Best player,
Hmm.
Shea, Wemby, Jokic, Giannis, Cade, and no, there's one more.
Well, the problem is Giannis not in the playoffs.
Giannis is not in the
No,
playoffs?
man, they won, I think, 16, 17 games this season. And they just fired his coach.
Oh yeah, I saw that. They fired Doc Rivers.
They just fired Doc Rivers. You did mention somebody though. You did mention
Yeah, Jokic.
Jokic.
Yeah.
Can anybody stop that guy?
Only Wembanyama.
He's dominated Wemby this year.
He has?
Yeah,
Well, I know he had a shot over Wemby, but I think Wemby is probably the only one that can even come near guarding Jokic.
I don't think so.
He's the closest out of anybody because everybody else they can't guard Jokic. He's
That guy is slow and quick at the same time. It's like I don't understand it. He's like we
and
talk about
and his jump shots like this.
we talk about we talk. It is do it again. Do it again. It is like that.
He did it literally goes all the way to the back of his head and then he just throws
But
it.
he shoots a high percentage. So I don't know, man. I don't know. Out of the first round, right?
Mhm.
So the first seed, obviously we said it was Detroit, and first seed is Oklahoma City in the Western Conference. Out of those two teams, which number one seed you think has a better chance of making it all the way?
Um.
Because I
Oh.
want you to wait. Listen, I want you to I want to listen. I want you to understand what I'm asking you. You got because I think you would go straight to saying
Okay.
OKC, but this is what I want you to think about it. Western Conference is extremely stacked,
Yeah.
and what's gonna make a difference in the Western Conference is gonna be coaching. I believe. I think that it's gonna take a better a better coach to win the Western Conference than will be in the Eastern Conference. I think the Eastern Conference is open. I think that different teams in the East have a chance. But what's your opinion? Who do you think has a better chance of making it to the championship?
Um. The Pistons.
Within the Pistons?
Because their only pretty much hard opponent is either the Cavs or the Boston Celtics
So no, you don't think anybody else in the East can make it to the finals?
and the Hornets.
I don't think the Hornets can make it.
Yes, they can.
Who is in the East? Who is in the playoffs in the East? You got first is Detroit.
Detroit, Boston, Cavs.
You
Um,
got is Toronto in there?
I don't know.
I think Toronto's in there. Orlando's in the play-in. Um,
Hornets are gonna make it to the playoffs,
yeah.
and then they're gonna make it to the finals, and then they're gonna beat OKC
So
in
the
the
Hawks are
finals.
in there too.
For real?
Yeah, the Hawks are in there. I'm looking it up right now. So um you got so the play-in's gonna be the Sixers and the Magic, Hornets and the Heat. Then you got Boston, New York.
Mm-hmm.
All
Oh,
right.
we forgot about the
You see, you got Boston, New York. You got obviously the
Pistons.
Pistons. You got the Cavs. You got Atlanta. In the East, and then in the West, you got
OKC,
OKC, Denver,
Denver,
Spurs, the Suns,
Lakers, the
Lakers.
Suns.
Yeah, the Suns made it, I believe, or they're set. Though they're gonna be in the play-in. So it's gonna be Suns, Clippers, Warriors, Blazers, I believe. That's gonna be the play-in for the Eastern Conference, for the Western Conference. Sorry. So tier one, you're looking at OKC for the Western Conference, OKC, the Spurs, and the Nuggets. And then you got tier two Lakers, and the Rockets. No, they got KD. What do you think about the Rockets, man?
They have been pretty good this season
I think they underachieved though. They have a really young team with some good players, and you
and a
got KD,
veteran player.
and you got KD. Um, I'm interested in seeing what the Knicks are gonna do.
They could make a good run.
That's going to be interesting because last season they made it all the way to the Eastern Conference Finals and they lost
Lost to the
to the
Pacers.
Pacers. And the Pacers honestly were on the way. I believe if Halliburton wouldn't have got hurt, they would have won the championship. They would have beat
Now
OKC.
they have only won like 16 games this season.
Yeah, well, Halliburton is out, and a lot of players got hurt. So
Mhm.
Halliburton was out. They had some more injuries, and then who's the guy that went to that one of their bigs that went to what's it?
Isaiah Hartenstein.
No, no, no.
Yeah. Oh
They
no,
had one of their
he went
bigs
to
that went to
Pacers, right?
Milwaukee. Yeah, he had
No,
one of the bigs.
Miles Turner.
Miles Turner went to Milwaukee. He didn't do nothing this year. I guess they expected him to team up with
Giannis.
Giannis. So, so give me your. So who do you think moves on? So OKC moves on. I think the Spurs are two, so they're gonna either play the Clippers or the Suns. I believe that's gonna be the play-in. Um, so give me your top three teams in the Western Conference that can make the championship.
Top three:
Hmm.
OKC, Spurs, and I think the Rockets. They could actually probably make it.
So you're gonna pick the Rockets over Denver?
Denver, yeah.
You crazy, man?
No, I'm not.
I don't think so. I don't think I'm gonna be. I'm gonna say something that's gonna be pretty crazy.
Mm.
If Denver stays healthy in these playoffs, it's gonna be tough, but I think they get back to the finals.
They were healthy last year, and
No, 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 no. Their point guard was banged up.
Murray.
Yeah, yeah. He was banged up a little bit. I think he's healthy now. So I believe that if
Jamal.
Denver stays healthy, I believe Denver is going to win um, the Western Conference, and I think they'll dominate whoever's in the East. You think Wemby's already a playoff superstar?
Playoff superstar?
Yeah.
What do you mean by playoff superstar?
Like, is he already someone that's gonna go into the playoffs and dominate, and we can count on him like we do, like
Yeah.
LeBron? It's gonna be his first playoff or second playoffs.
First, didn't I don't think he made it his
Yeah,
first season.
he was in this year.
His second season he had a blood clot.
Yeah. So being his first postseason, you think he's gonna struggle a bit?
Mm, no, because he's actually been one of the best players in the league, if not the best.
Hmm.
So I think it will be a little bit tougher because everybody's trying as hard as possible. But I think it will be a little bit easy for him. He's really, really good.
Yeah, they have a really good team. What matters more in the playoffs, a team or a superstar?
Team. A team matters more because if your superstar goes and drops like 50 points, 40 points, and your team doesn't do well, that 40 points is not really going to make a difference because the other team will just outscore you because they're probably playing as a team.
So what's something personal in our lives right now? It's happening. We're one game away from the playoffs, right?
Yeah.
Um, what do you think makes a championship team?
A championship team, hustle, effort, and um and team effort.
You said it all.
I did.
Yeah, because if you got, we don't, we play in the league. There's no LeBron James.
Yeah, there's
There's no KDs. There's no Stephs. Our team and these kids, we can't. There's not someone's gonna go out there and score 35 points. So we have to play as a team. And us talking about the playoffs and us talking about the NBA, kind of, like I said, we're talking about what we need to do as a team, what you guys need to do as a team to make it out of the playoffs and make to the championship because that's our goal. So we got to play as a team. We got to hustle. We got to rebound. We got to make sure we trust each other.
team effort.
Team effort, man. You think offense or defense wins championships?
Defense.
Why is that?
That's a saying.
I know it's a saying, but what do you believe in?
Because if you can stop the other team from scoring, like you say, one basket, one turnover, one basket, one turnover. If you can get them, if your defense can like do a turnover or stop them from scoring and you keep scoring, then you guys will start to gain a lead.
Absolutely. Who do you think is going to surprise everybody in this playoffs?
Who's gonna surprise everybody? Um, maybe I think the Hornets.
No chance. No chance. Oh my God. Um, so we'll end it with this. All right. Well, I actually a couple more questions.
Okay.
First, who you already said it, but I wanted you to give me some a little bit of more detail. All right. Who do you think is gonna win the Eastern Conference? Now listen, I'm a Heat fan, you're a Hornets fan. Let's put our fandom aside. Okay? Put your fandom aside. I'm gonna put my fandom aside and let's talk real basketball, not with our hats on as a fan. Who do you think realistically is going to be the Eastern Conference champion this year out of the potential 8 teams that are going to be in it?
The Pistons, the Celtics, or the Hornets?
So tell me your one. I want to know one. Who do you think is going to be the one?
The Detroit Pistons.
You really think the Pistons are going to come out? Oh man, why?
Because they have a young team, but also a very good team.
Listen, man. I think that out of the Eastern Conference, it's going to be the Celtics or the Knicks. The problem is in a 7 game series, the Knicks last year showed me something. If they can just do the same thing this year that they had last year, I think they're hungry. I don't like the Knicks at all, being a Heat fan, but um, out of the Pistons, the Celtics, or the Knicks,
Or the Hornets.
definitely not the Hornets. I wouldn't mind seeing the Knicks make it to the finals. It's been a long time for them, and why not? It's good for basketball. So, and who do you think is going to come out of the Western Conference?
Spurs or OKC.
So pick one and tell me why.
Spurs.
Tell me why.
They have the greatest defender of all time history on their team.
Already?
Mm-hmm.
The guy's been in the league for 3 years.
And
Okay, so now we got Spurs,
versus Detroit.
Detroit. That's an interesting finals, right? 7 game series. Who wins the series? What's the series? What's the series gonna look like? Is it gonna be in 6 games, 5 games, 7 games? And why?
Spurs
Mm-hmm.
4-3,
Wow.
and because they just have a better defender and offense player, and their team is really good. Stefan Castle, Victor Wembanyama. They have Dylan Harper, if that's his name. I think it is. Um, they also have, who else do they have? Um, they also have other good players too.
That you don't know right now. Who wins Finals MVP?
Victor Wembanyama.
Oh, maybe
He's gonna win league MVP, defensive player of the year, championship, and finals MVP. That should be the most awards won in one season in NBA history.
we gotta check. We gotta.
And clutch player of the year.
They're having awards for that.
Yeah. That started a little while ago. The first time it was Steph Curry,
Uh-huh.
then De'Aaron Fox, then I'm pretty sure Jalen Brunson won it last year.
I'm telling you, man. Don't sleep on the Knicks. I personally think it's gonna be Denver and New York. I think it's gonna be Denver and New York. I think it's gonna be 6 game series. I think Denver wins the championship this year. I think Jokic will be the MVP again, and he will go and play with his horses, which he wants to do. No more parades, no more. Just
Go home.
go home and deal with his horses. So,
Let me tell you my true finals though.
oh boy,
Spurs versus Hornets. Hornets winning 7.
who's the MVP?
Conca nipple.
Yeah, sure. You're living in a dream, buddy. All right, we'll come. Well, what we'll do is we'll do a reaction to this video after the playoffs. We'll do one before the finals so we can talk about the finals. Hope you enjoyed. For all you basketball fans, we took it back to episode 1. Just this time we got a little camera action going. So hope you like the episode, the video. We got our little Dad Let Me Explain NBA playoff edition background going there. Hope you guys enjoyed that. Mr. Aaron,
As we always say, we out. Peace.
peace.